Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. We're working for you on this digital platform covering the top stories making headlines right now. But first, a look at your commuter traffic and weather with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Clouds to start the day, Brian, but the sunshine has made an appearance.
Yeah, warmed us up too. Let's take a look at traffic, and you can see here that once again there are no major traffic problems on the Mass Pike or I-91. 291 is also in good shape. 391 seems to be running fine. I want to remind you, as I was looking at this map before we started the broadcast or the webcast or the stream. Anyhow, don't forget that there's some significant construction going on here in downtown West Springfield on Route 20. So that's going to cause some delays for you if you are going to be traveling east or west on Route 20 in West Springfield. Otherwise, we're in pretty good shape as we start the evening commute here over the next hour, 45 minutes or so. Let's take a look at weather, shall we? And as we were mentioning, as the sun came out, the weather warmed up. 70 right now, Westfield, 66 Springfield and Greenfield, 65 in Northampton, 61 right now in Orange. And you can see the clearing. I believe you can see the clearing. You can see the clearing on the clouds and radar. The clouds going away to the east and the clearing air coming on in. We may run into some patchy fog overnight, but I like our chances for another relatively bright day here tomorrow. I'll show you in about a minute with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
Pro-Palestinian encampments continue to be set up from coast to coast, leaving hundreds of college students arrested. Some have even become violent. At UCLA, a crowd of pro-Israeli demonstrators surrounded a pro-Palestinian encampment. Students deployed fireworks and used what looks like pepper spray. Classes were canceled this morning. In New York, at Columbia University, 282 students were arrested yesterday after police breached the occupied Hamilton Hall. The university there called NYPD to stay on campus until May 17th. All academic activities will be fully remote for the rest of the semester. All right, well, the Northwestern DA's office will announce a major breakthrough in an unsolved homicide in Warwick back in 1989. That happens tomorrow morning. A woman's limbs were found off of Route 78 in Warwick back in June of 1989. To this day, she has never been identified. The Northwestern DA's office has been working with Othram, a company that specializes in forensic genetic genealogy. They helped identify the victims of the Granby girl and the Lady of the Dunes. It's Law Day in Franklin County. Students from local high schools gathering at Franklin County's Justice Facility today for education on the system and the issues standing in the way of free and fair elections in the U.S. District Attorney David Sullivan spoke along with John Bonifaz, a constitutional law scholar, and took time to explain to the students the importance of their participation in the upcoming elections.
That's really why I was here, is to give the message that they have a voice and they can speak up and defend our democracy.
22 News reporter Duncan McLean will have a closer look at this story on 22 News starting at 5. Bradley International Airport will introduce a new measure aimed at enhancing the travel experience for passengers passing through TSA security checkpoints. All TSA pre-check lanes will be relocated from the main security checkpoint to the second TSA screening checkpoint within Terminal A. That began today. This dedicated screening area will cater specifically to passengers enrolled in TSA pre-check and clear. The move is expected to help move the screening process along. All right, look at what's trending now. Governor Healy signed the bill to make cocktails to go permanent. This makes Massachusetts the 27th state to approve the law. Cocktails to Go was originally created during the pandemic as a way to support establishments that lost business due to public health restrictions. The Patriots released information on how fans can get tickets for Tom Brady's Patriots Hall of Fame induction ceremony in June. The team said tickets will be available for public purchase for $100 through Ticketmaster starting at noon tomorrow. The ceremony is scheduled for Wednesday, June 12th inside Gillette Stadium. That starts at 7 o'clock. Now let's get another check on today's weather with Brian Lapis. Hey, Brian.
Hi, Nick. And so far, so good. And it looks like as we head into the evening hours, unlike last night when we had rain, we've got mostly clear air. Let's take a look at our 22 News Storm Team Skycast, shall we? And you can see here 5 o'clock this afternoon, a few clouds here and there. And it's going to be scattered clouds through the evening hours. And then overnight, a little bit more in the way of cloudiness here. You can see at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we've got some low clouds. So that indicates to us some stratus cloudiness and potentially some fog, and that also jives with the fact that we've got a light breeze out of the south. And oftentimes when there's a light south breeze, especially at this time of year, we end up with areas of fog. So be ready for a murky morning commute tomorrow. But then the clouds and the fog lift out, and notice the sunshine here through the middle of the day. And tomorrow will probably be the warmest day through the weekend, with high temperatures getting up into the 70s. There is the chance for some rain here over the weekend. We'll talk about that in more detail tonight on TV on 22 News at 5.
This cruel and unprecedented challenge is going to create a healthcare crisis across America, far beyond the boundaries of our state of Florida.
Florida's new law to ban abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy took effect today. This new abortion ban excludes rape, incest, human trafficking, and life of the mother. Before the ban went into effect, Florida was considered a refuge for abortion access in the South after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. According to sources, over 80,000 abortions were performed in Florida last year, about 1 in 12 nationwide. Protesters gathered in the French capital today to participate in a May Day march led by France's main unions. Anti-Olympic activists and pro-Palestinian groups joined the march through Paris, which will host the Summer Games in less than 3 months. Later in the day, French riot police and protesters clashing during the march as tear gas was thrown and several fires lit. May Day, which falls on May 1st today, is observed to celebrate workers' rights. Now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. Encampments have been taken down at UMass Amherst, but protests still continue. We have a look at why these students continue to stand in solidarity for the people of Palestine. And a donation was made to the students in the automotive program at Chicopee Comprehensive High School. See how this new tool will allow them to prepare for future enrollment. Plus, Public Health Institute of Western Massachusetts has received a new grant, how this can expand a program that is helping improve air quality.
Oh, it's my turn. It's a quick look at traffic once again. You can see here we've got green on the map, which means free-flowing traffic on our major thoroughfares. 91, the Pike, 391, 291, all in good shape. Just another reminder that traffic is a little slow right now because of construction on Route 20 in downtown West Springfield. A warming trend as we head toward Thursday. We'll show you on 22 News starting at 5.
Brian, we'll see you at 5, and thank you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. Join us on TV starting at 5 o'clock, and you can find your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News app.